Hey everyone, what is going on? And welcome back to another video. So these are actually my battles that I did on stream, and I went 14-1 with this team. So really powerful team. I actually hit rank 18, which I was not expecting to hit today, but the 14-1 definitely helped. So really cool there. And it's not a unique team, right? It's not, I didn't create this team. It's just a powerful team with Goliath and Stunfisk in the lead. Sableye being that safe swap and Shadow Venusaur to close it out. I mean, if Shadow Venusaur has a shield, as long as you're not going up against a flying type like Skarmory, you're going to be looking pretty good. I did lose, not in this video, but I did lose to an Escavalier and a Shadow Beedrill in the back. Obviously, that's going to destroy Venusaur as well, but most of the time I would say you don't see those two. But either way, this team did really well for me. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. We do have a little bit of a long video, 15 games for you. We're going to be able to switch into the Sableye and farm down that Dragonite. Very nice there. Getting ahead on energy with my XL Sableye. They bring in Lickitung, and that's totally fine. We're going to go ahead and go for the return. I was hoping maybe I could get to 2 returns. It all depends. You know, if they go for the power up and attempt to farm me down, I might be able to get there. And I know they're going to go for the power whip because we do double resist the body slam, and there I go, trying to get to it. Definitely want to get to it, barely able to get to it. They're going for the lick down. That is amazing for us. We're in a great situation. I mean, no matter what they have in the back, and it's going to be a Medicham. Beautiful Venusaur. So actually, Medicham does survive a Frenzy Plant from Venusaur, but it still will do a lot of damage to it. Shadow Venusaur is absolutely broken. I have a rank 42, I think. It's so amazing. I'm going to go ahead and safely shield this up. If they have Power Punch, I figured they would throw it. It's actually Ice Punch, so they don't have it. But we're going to be able to successfully farm down and take that win. And that is going to be a great game. Very well played to my opponent. So well played to them. And we're going to go ahead and move into the next battle. Here we go. We have Goliath and Stunfisk into Goliath and Stunfisk. So the way I've been playing this mirror match, I don't like it. Usually I call the bait and I just go straight Earthquake. So as you can see, they actually win CMP. Now, I'll be honest, most of the time, I generally do win CMP, but my opponent actually wins it. And I usually call the bait. That's how I've been playing it lately, and I go straight Earthquake. And they actually do shield that. Now, it's iffy whether or not you want this next one, if you want to shield it or not. I do end up shielding it now because, you know, we called the Rock Slide, which was huge for us, and we're actually going to continue to farm up. We actually farm up to max energy, and they do catch. So beautiful catch by them on the Altaria. So that was a great play, but we're going to be able to go for the Rock Slide now. That was actually pretty tough for me, but that's okay. We're trying to get to one more. Not able to get to it, not before they get off an attack. We're going to go ahead and let it go. We do survive this. One Rock Slide will be enough to KO, but they still have that Stunfisk with energy. We do have to keep that in mind. We're going to be able to throw this Rock Slide. And they let it go. We're going to switch into Sableye right now. Oh yeah, is this the one where Granbull comes out? It is. It is the one where Granbull comes out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they actually have a Shadow Granbull. I was expecting the Stunfisk to come in and maybe go for the farm down or something, but they actually bring in Granbull. So now I can bring in Venusaur. Try to get the farm down. They bring in Glory and Stunfisk. My only play here is to call the Rock Slide, and we do call it, and it is a Rock Slide. So, if we shielded that, they probably could have gotten to an Earthquake. We're going to be able to go for this Frenzy Plant. They do shield that one up, and now we have to shield this one. So it's going to be a Rock Slide, of course, and we're going to be able to get to a Frenzy Plant. Very nice. This will KO, but my switch time is up, and I knew they had a move with Granbull, so I'm actually going to try and catch it on my Galarian Stunfisk immediately, but they actually don't throw. I think they had a move, and we're just able to farm down with Stunfisk anyway. So that catch by them into that Altaria was a very good play, and it almost cost us the game, to be honest, but we're actually going to be able to win it. So well played to my opponent. Let's go ahead and move into the next one. Galarian Stunfisk into Sableye. Okay, kind of like a neutral matchup, right? In this matchup, it's kind of, I mean, you could bait. I'm going to go ahead and go straight Earthquake. And we do go ahead and go for it. So this is going to do a lot of damage if they let this go. And they do let it go. Very nice. They're going to be able to throw a Foul Play right now. Foul Play obviously not going to be enough to take us out. So there we go. Trying to get to a Rock Slide. They do get off their move. I was hoping I would survive on 1 HP or something and be able to get off the Rock Slide. We actually don't. I think like we have 1 more HP we would have, but either way, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Sableye to farm down. In comes their Charm User. We bring in Venusaur. They bring in Medicham. Okay, so Alright, we'll see what happens. We're going to go ahead and throw this Frenzy Plant, and I'm actually surprised they don't shield this. And I was actually really surprised at that because I know they have an Alolan Ninetales in the back. So I'm going to go ahead and shield this and look to Vine Whip down. They do go for the Ace Punch, totally fine. We're going to be able to successfully Vine Whip down. That's awesome. And now in comes this Ninetales. We do charge up, and we have two Frenzy Plants. We know we're going to get both shields. No reason to throw the Sludge Bomb. We're just going to go ahead and throw the Frenzy Plant right now. They do go ahead, shield that, and we go throw another one. So this is definitely going to get the other shield, but we can't like make it to another one. So basically all I need to do is make it to a return with Sableye, and I'm going to be able to do so because I do have a shield. So we do shield this. It's going to be a Weather Ball, and we do get off this return. And this is going to KO the Alolan Ninetales. That's going to be a great game. Well played to my opponent there. They actually forfeit there. So yeah, definitely pretty difficult, but we're able to win that one. Shadow Venusaur is a monster. I can't recommend it enough. I think it's so much better than the non-Shadow version. But we pick up a great matchup. They bring in Trevenant. We bring in my Sableye. Now, I would say 9 times out of 10, they'll probably throw the Seed Bomb. So if you want to call it, you can. I called it the other day, and it was a Shadow Ball. But, I mean, even if you double shield the bait, like if you shield 2 Seed Bombs, you still win this matchup. So it is safe to do that if you choose to do that. That's generally what I'm going to do. But I do think they throw a Shadow Ball here. They do. So we're going to be able to shield that Shadow Ball and Shadow Claw down. You love to see it. We do go down a shield, but it is worth it to keep alignment. So I'm going to go ahead and throw my Foul Play right now. So this Foul Play is going to connect, and I'm just going to go ahead and go for that return right now. This return is going to be enough to KO, and I don't think they'll want to shield because they know I have the Stunfisk in the back. So they let it go. So we just take out, and in comes this Venusaur versus the Azumarill, and my opponent will concede there. We can survive an Ice Beam, right? So good game to my opponent. Let's go ahead and move into the next one. Goliath Stunfisk into Hypno. Okay. This team. So they actually have Double Dog in the back. It's double count. He uses Obstagoon and Scrafty. So when they bring in their Obstagoon, I bring in my Venusaur. And this trainer, let me tell you, they keep on going for Obstruct. So they do go for the Obstruct. I'm glad I didn't shield that, right? So I'm going to go ahead and throw the Frenzy Plant right now. See what they decide to do. And they do decide to shield it. And they throw another attack. I didn't want to be hit with a Night Slash, so I go ahead and shield. It's actually another Obstruct. So nice play by them. We're going to be able to throw another Frenzy Plant, but they actually do go ahead and shield this as well. So this Frenzy Plant is going to get the shield, and I don't know, this may have been a mistake to shield this. It's going to be another Obstruct. The reason I say it might be a mistake is because my next Frenzy Plant, because of, like, they're boosted like 3 times with Obstruct, right? This is not going to KO, which is really unfortunate there. So I bring in my Stunfisk to go for the Farm Down. And they do get off an attack. It's actually going to be another Obstruct. So at this point, I'm wondering if they don't even have Night Slash. Maybe they have like Hyper Beam or something, or Gunk Shot. So I'm going to go ahead and go for this Earthquake. It is the Scrafty, as I mentioned earlier. So I think I want to get to, I can't get to an Earthquake, so I do want to get to at least the Rock Slide. They're going to be able to Power Up Punch me, and we're going to be able to barely get to that Rock Slide. Very nice. So this Rock Slide is going to connect, and hoping I could farm down with Shadow Claw on Sableye, and I'm actually going to be able, actually bringing the Venusaur to get a little bit more Vine Whip damage. Not sure if that was a mistake, but either way, now we, excuse me, now we bring in the Sableye. They go ahead and go for the Foul Play, we take it, and we do farm down, which is nice. Now, they're going to go ahead and bring in the Hypno. Now, I know I'm watching for a catch because I know they're going to go for a catch, and there they go. So I don't shield, and we do get these 2 Foul Plays, so we're going to be able to take out this Hypno. They need one more for like a Thunder Punch, and we actually do one more Shadow Claw and get to this. So they just got to it after that confusion, but we're going to be able to take out that Hypno. So crazy game, well played to my opponent, and we're going to be able to win that one. That Obstruct match was crazy, but it was a well played game. Moving on, Goliath Stunfisk into Lickitung. Okay, totally fine. They bring in Medicham, so I'm going to go ahead and bring in Sableye right now. So at this point, I'm thinking that it's either Lickitung Double Fighter with Surfetched, which is a common team. I think Wallrein created that team, if I'm not mistaken, or a Nidoqueen in the back, because I've seen that team as well, with Lickitung, Nidoqueen, Medicham. Now, I actually throw the return here. Let me know if you think this was a mistake, because this KOs and I don't expect a shield, but I could have thrown the Foul Play. They would have thrown an Ice Punch, and maybe I could have Shadow Clawed down, and I would have come out with energy, even though it would have been lower. So maybe that would have been the better way to go. But it's okay. We're going to be able to throw this return right now. So this return is going to do a good amount of damage. And we want to get to one more. We're not going to be able to. No, we're barely not going to be able to. But we can bring in the Stunfisk. Again, if I'm thinking it's double, if I'm thinking it's Surfetched, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Stunfisk now. And it's actually Swampert, so I was totally wrong about what it was. But this is even better for me because we have the Shadow Venusaur, so we can just Vine Whip all the way down. Look how low that Swampert is. We're going to shield. I know it's a Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon wouldn't KO. It would still do a lot, but now we can go ahead and go for Frenzy Plant. We basically just want to get 2 shields from the Lickitung. We want to get 1 more. They do have a Body Slam, and we're going to be able to survive it, so I'm just going to go ahead and let this go. We just want to get that final shield with this Frenzy Plant so Stunfisk can get off an Earthquake. But I actually think I make it to another Frenzy Plant. So we don't even need the Stunfisk. Yeah, we do actually make it. So we don't even need the Stunfisk. So it's going to be awesome for us. And it's going to KO the Lickitung. That is going to be a great game. Very well played to my opponent there. So we're going to be able to win that game. Love to see it. And we're going to go ahead and move into the next battle. Here we go. Going to be Galarian Stunfisk into a Zoom Out. So this is not really good. Usually what I do here is because I do want them to switch out. Sometimes they don't switch out if I bring in Sableye, because that's still not a great matchup for the Sableye, right? A Zoom Out. But this trainer actually does switch out, and I knew I could actually flip this. Or at least I was thinking I could maybe... Well, here's what I was thinking. I was thinking I could either flip this matchup and have Venusaur on the Azumel, or we can get their flyer very low, and chances are they don't have another flyer in the back. So because they shielded that, I'm just going to let this go. It actually doesn't KO because it's a Sky Attack. And I'm like, well, we're getting rid of their flyer now, so Venusaur is going to be safe from Altaria, right? It's possible they have another one. They could have Noctowl, they could have Skarmory. It is possible, but I'm thinking Venusaur with a shield advantage, obviously doing well against Azumel, and hoping it does well against whatever else is in the back. So right now we're just going to charge up to max energy, close to max, and we're going to go ahead and throw the Rock Slide right now. The Flyer is gone, which is good for my Shadow Venusaur. We're going to switch out and hope that Venusaur with a shield advantage can win, and they have Sableye, so that is good. So we're going to be able to get off this Frenzy Plant right now. Massive damage. It actually doesn't KO, but it does so much damage. Almost KOs, and we're going to be able to farm down, and they're just going to concede that. And Venusaur are going to be able to win after that Altaria went down. That's what we needed. Very well played to my opponent. Shadow Venusaur is a monster. Moving on, Galarian Stunfisk into Trevenant. So I don't like this matchup. I usually go straight into Sableye, which is my hard answer. Not necessarily the best. Oh, I remember this game. Okay, so they bring in Drapion. When I saw the Shadow Drapion come in, I was thinking maybe it was King's team with Trevenant, Shadow Drapion, and Shadow Skuntank. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? He hit Legend last season with that team. So we're going to go ahead and bait right now with the Foul Play. And they do go ahead and shield. And they do get off in attack. And unfortunately, they do have Aqua Tail. So that's not great for me. And they're going to be able to get off another one. So I'm going to go ahead and double shield. Now, I definitely make a mistake here. I throw the Foul Play. The reason this was a mistake is because, well, we have another Foul Play, but another Foul Play, if they shielded this, wouldn't KO anyway, but they actually don't shield. So we do get to the Foul Play, and now we're expecting the shield because this will be enough to KO. So that was a good call by them. If I went for the return, it would have KO'd the Drapion. Unfortunately, I didn't do it. And that's going to matter later. So Aqua Tail's going to KO my Sableye. Could farm down with either one. I think I put in the Venusaur. I do. I could have put in the Stunfisk, but they actually have a Bash Shield on, so it would have been amazing to have my Stunfisk lined up against that Bash Shield on, right? If we won switch, but they would have had a shield advantage, and that Trevenant would have been annoying as well anyway. So I don't know, but either way, we're gonna try and catch a move. We don't catch it. They bring in Trevenant. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Rock Slide. This Rock Slide is going to do a good amount of damage. I was hoping another one would KO. If another one KO'd, we may have had a chance here, but it doesn't KO. They're going to be able to get off an attack. It's going to be a Shadow Ball. It does a lot of damage to us, and we do get off the Rock Slide, but as I said, it does not KO the Trevenant. So there we go. It doesn't KO it. Maybe if I could Mud Shot down, but I cannot. They have an attack and Bash Shield on anyway. But this is going to KO me. So I can farm down with the Venusaur. And we have a Frenzy Plant. Now, if the Frenzy Plant KOs, which, spoiler warning, it does not, we would win this game. But it's not going to KO. And as we know, they do have an attack. So that was a close one. Perhaps could have played that a little bit better, but that's okay. We did okay there. That's going to be the only loss in this 15-game battle video that we have. So good game to my opponent. We're going up against one of the new ones, Shadow Jumpluff. It's not new. Its move is new with Fairy Wind. So very cool. I actually didn't know the count here. I was thinking, the chat was telling me it was like 7 or 7-6 or something. And yeah, I didn't know the count with Fairy Wind. I have to learn that. But either way, I know they have Energy Ball and Acrobatics. So we would barely survive another one because Fairy Wind's not doing much, right? We resist it. So, but we need 3 Rock Slides to KO that. They actually switch into their own Glory and Stunfisk. So I'm going to go ahead and farm up, go in for the bait. I felt like this was a comfortable bait here, and I'm going to go ahead and go for it. And they do shield, very nice. We're trying to get to an Earthquake. I actually think I call this. Let's see. I do call it, and it's going to be an Earthquake, so that's an unfortunate call. A little bit risky on my end. I thought they would definitely bait there because I baited, but no, they do not. But we bring in Venusaur. Now, I remember this game as well. I must have miscounted because I did not think they had enough energy for an Earthquake. So definitely throwing games left and right. I guess I miscounted. I was talking to chat. I'm just kidding. I'm not blaming chat. That's obviously my fault. But they do have Swamp in here. So we're going to be able to shield this. Now, I know they might want to attempt to catch on Jumpluff. Jumpluff is low, but it also has an attack. So we're going to go ahead and throw the foul play to get the shield, the final shield from my opponent. And they do go ahead and shield it. So again, we're going to watch out for a catch. They're going to be able to throw an attack, and I do have a shield. I'm also counting Swamp It as well. I thought I was going to lose this because of the mistakes I made, but they actually bring in the Jumpluff, go for an attack. I have to live the Energy Ball. We do live it. Someone in the chat was saying I wouldn't have lived in Acrobatics, so if they went for an Acrobatics, I would have lost. I don't know the calcs for that or anything, but that's what people were saying in the chat. But either way, I definitely misplayed that game, but was still able to win. GG's to my opponent. Moving on, we're going up against a Wallrein. We don't see many of those nowadays. They bring in Cofagrigus. We bring in the Sableye. And we're going to go ahead and shield this because Shadow Ball will put us very low, so we do really have to shield this. But it's actually a Dark Pulse, so nice bait by my opponent there. And we're going to overfarm quite a bit, going for this foul play. I was expecting a shield because they initially baited us, but they don't actually shield. So in comes Wallrein. We're going to go ahead and throw the foul play. They are charging up totally fine for me. We're going to be able to throw this foul play here, and they do shield it. Maybe they thought it was a return, which is really nice. So we get to another foul play. So Sableye putting in a lot of work. And yeah, I mean, doing a lot, taking out the Cofagrigus, right? Doing a lot to the Wallrein as well. They're going to be able to throw an Icicle Spear, which should KO us, as it does, and we can bring in the Galarian Stunfisk. Now, we still have the Venusaur. We don't want to take that ice damage, right? We bring in the Stunfisk. They do throw an attack. I mean, if this was a Shadow, I may have shielded the possible Earthquake, but they actually bait me. So I'm just going to go ahead, and that's totally fine. In comes the Alolan Malwak, and I am not baiting here. I'm going straight for the Earthquake. They're hoping I go for Rock Slide because Rock Slide is also super effective. But we go for the Earthquake, almost KO in it. They still get to a move. I go ahead and shield this. And what I'm going to do is actually switch into Venusaur right now to farm down, get ahead on energy. The energy, though, is irrelevant because I'm not going to throw a move. I'm just going to Vine Whip down. But it's totally fine. They do get off an Icicle Spear. It doesn't KO, although it almost does. And we're going to be able to farm down. And that is going to be a great game. Royal play to my opponent there. We're going to be able to win that one. Absolutely amazing. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Here we go. So it's going to be Galarian Stunfisk into Galarian Stunfisk. So as I've mentioned earlier, the way I usually play this is I usually call the first one. I usually go Earthquake. Not all the times. You could play it any way you want. You could shield the first one. You could call it. There they go baiting. So I certainly don't want to shield the Rock Slide, right? I'm so tired of shielding Rock Slides. And look at that. That is amazing for us. In comes Trevenant. Out comes my Sableye. I'm in a great position here. We're going to go ahead and shield. It's another Seed Bomb. Again, you could call this one if you're feeling confident. But I was not feeling confident. Even though most of the time it probably will be a Seed Bomb. And then they're going to be able to throw another one. This one I'm going to go ahead and shield. It's actually another Seed Bomb. I remember this one. And they're going to actually... I'm going for the farm down now. I could have thrown to force a shield or prevent them from getting off this Seed Bomb. But I just go for the farm down. And yeah, I mean, it was a Seed Bomb, but I still survive it. We're going to go ahead and throw the Foul Play. This is going to KO the Galarian Stunfisk. And we're going to see what's in the back. We do have the Venusaur, but we are down a shield, which is not great. We're going to go ahead and switch, and it's actually a Hypno. Oh my gosh, it's a Hypno. So the beautiful thing here is that we're going to be able to get the final shield. We are weak to Confusion, which is not great. And we want to get to one more, but we're not going to be able to. Now, because Sableye double resists Confusion, we're able to survive a Confusion and get off a Foul Play to KO the Hypno. And we're going to take that one. Now, I don't know if my Stunfisk would have won. It all depends. Do they have Focus Blast? Do they have Fire Punch? I don't know. But either way, we were able to take that one. Good game. Moving on, Galarian Stunfisk into Galarian Stunfisk. Okay. So, totally fine. We're just going to go ahead and... They throw before the Earthquake, for the record. So I knew this wasn't an Earthquake. I knew it was a Rock Slide. So it was very interesting there. Unless if I miscounted. I started questioning myself, wondering if I miscounted. But I actually go straight for the Earthquake right now. And it's going to get the shield. And they're going to go ahead and throw an attack. Now, I'm actually going to shield this one just in case it's an Earthquake. But it's actually just another Rock Slide, which is unfortunate. They do catch on a zoom out, so another great catch. But, I mean, at least it's not like an Altaria catch. We still do decent damage. We bring in the Venusaur. We're going to be able to get to this Frenzy Plant just before they get off the Ice Beam. So if they want to shield to get off an Ice Beam, they could do it, but they let it go. In comes Trevenant. And, yeah, in this matchup, like, it's really, I don't think, a reason to go for Sludge Bomb. I just go ahead and go for the Frenzy Plant. I mean, this is still going to do a lot of damage. And I'm going to go ahead and call this. I'm going to call the Seed Bomb. And it is going to be a Seed Bomb, so very nice. So it is a Seed Bomb. And they actually got off another one. I know this one is a Seed Bomb. Guess what, guys? I'm actually barely able to live this. Now, maybe the IVs, the PvP IVs coming in clutch because we are rank 42. But we're actually able to leave that because we double resist Seed Bomb. And they actually, I didn't see that switch at the time. But this is looking pretty good for us. We're going to go ahead and take this. It's going to be an Earthquake, but we could take that. We could farm down, and all we need to do is get to a Foul Play, and we're going to be able to do so. And that is going to KO the Trevenant, and that is going to be a beautiful game to my opponent. Well played to them, and they actually forfeit that. So, great game. Great game. Really enjoying this team. Again, it's not a unique team. It's a common team. I'm sure you've seen it before. You've certainly seen these Pokemon, but they're really amazing, right? Galarian Stunfisk into Lickitung. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm totally down with this. We know they can't go for the Body Slam because it's resisted, unless if they bait, but usually they just go straight Power Whip, which is what I would do if I was a Lickitung. And we could survive 2 Power Whips, so after the Lick damage, so we just go for the Earthquake. I don't bait against Lickitung in this matchup, to be honest. So yeah, we take that, and we're going to be able to get off this Earthquake. I actually don't think this KOs. I think it barely lives. Yeah, barely lives. Which allows them to get off another Power Whip, so maybe IV's coming in handy for them. But again, we still survive it, so we're going to be able to KO that Lickitung. We're going to switch out immediately. In comes Deoxys. They bring in the Needle Queen, and okay, totally fine for us. We're going to be able to go for this Foul Play. Foul Play is going to get the shield. And we're trying to get to one more. Now, they do throw an attack. This could be an Earth Power. I do go ahead and shield it. It actually is an Earth Power. I thought they were going to bait. Luckily, they did not bait. That allows me to farm up more energy. We're going to go ahead and throw this attack right now. And we know there's a Deoxys in the back. I'm going to go ahead and shield this one now. As well, even if it's a bait, we want to, which it's not, which is good. So we're going to farm up. Possibly could have farmed down. Well, if I farmed it down, like I guess I could have farmed down. We would have had to take a Poison Fang, but we would have been able to. And then we would have had 2 Foul Plays, I think. And probably would have been a more cleaner win. Because what I do now is I go for the Foul Play and then go into... actually, I guess I just stay in. Yeah. Oh, no, I switch into my Stunfisk. Oh, yeah, I try to catch a move. And they throw an attack here. Yeah, kind of messed that up towards the end, I think. So we do catch this... Oh, not catch it, but they throw a Thunderbolt. We bring in the Venusaur. And they do get off a Psycho Boost. Now, I was hoping I would live this, and I do live it, but it does get me low. I wasn't sure if I would live it because I'm the Shadow, so Yeah, that attempted catch with Stunfisk was unnecessary, but either way, good game to my opponent. Moving on, Glowing Stunfisk into Lantern. So this is not the worst matchup in the world, unless they have Water Gun, which they do. So after I find out they have Water Gun, I go into Sableye. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go for the foul play. I would have loved for them to switch out so we could maybe flip switch and have Venusaur on that Lantern. But they're staying in for now. Oh, this is the trainer that unfortunately they were having weak connection issues, and they actually came to the chat and told me that. So I do apologize to this trainer. They are lagging quite a bit, which is really unfortunate. You'll see that here as well. We go for another one. Do they shield this one? I don't remember if they shield this. They probably will shield it if they're able to. Yeah, they do shield that, and they do get off an attack. I'm going to go ahead and shield this. I really want to flip switch because we want Venusaur. So I was willing to double shield. But as you can see, they lagged a little bit there towards the end. They would have definitely gotten off another foul play, which would have taken my shield. But we would have been able to win, like, I don't know if we would have won the game. We would have won switch, but we would have been down 2 shield. But anyway, I do apologize to that for my trainer, but it happens. Final game, we have a great matchup. They're going to go ahead and switch into a zoom out. Out comes Shadow Venusaur. There they go. So that is going to be a great game. That's going to be a beautiful 14-1. You love to see it. I think we played well for the most part. Definitely mistakes for sure in some of the games. But for the most part, we played well. Going to be able to pick up overalls, and we are going to get to rank 18 as soon as we catch this roll. And that will be it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.